Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is completely and utterly dedicated to JACLYN HILL. If you don't know who she is, we can't be friends. Just kidding. So JACLYN is literally amazing, and I was very lucky to meet her last year at the Anastasia Halloween party, 2015's version. I got invited and went and pretty much spent most of my night fangirling and hanging out with her, which was one of the biggest highlights of my life. She's honestly my inspiration for even starting a YouTube channel. I'm obsessed with all of her looks, so I thought it would be fitting to recreate or just sort of do a look that kind of she would do. So before I get started, I want to note that I have a Bath & Body Works candle burning in the background, and JACLYN is again someone that introduced me to Bath & Body Works. I used Prep and Prime Natural Radiance Skin Lumiere. Find that using your fingers with a primer just helps the product really sink into the skin. But do you? Okay, so I'm going to use the Morphe M439. I'm actually going to use the TV paint sticks from Kryolan. This is more for a really oily skin, but let's just see. I'm using the color OB4. Ooh, honey, that is full coverage. Now I'm going to spray my face with a bit of MAC Charged Water, the Skin Hydrating Mist, before I blend it out. I feel like JACLYN would do that. And now I'm just going to buff it into the skin. I'm going to conceal, and for concealer I'm going to use the Urban Decay Naked Skin. There's like nothing left. Alright, we might have to get another concealer. Yeah. Use my trusty MAC Pro Longwear. I'm just going to take that underneath my eyes in kind of like, almost like a triangle. Just like my normal highlighting and concealing. I do have a highlight and contour video. If you're ever having trouble on where to put products, you can watch that on my channel. Hashtag JACLYN taught me. The thing we want to do so that concealer doesn't move around is bake the under eye and set that concealer. So I'm going to be using the Laura Mercier Translucent Loose Setting Powder, and this is my favorite product of all time. The reason I like this is that it doesn't create any flashback for me personally or any of my clients. It helps set that concealer really well and lock it in place, but it's also very finely milled, so you're not going to feel really cakey. And then I'm going to put like 10 layers on my face anyway, so you know. I'm going to fill in my brows. Now I do have a dedicated brow tutorial on my channel, so you can watch that if you'd like an in-depth video on that. I'm just going to set that with the Anastasia Clear Brow Gel, brushing them up and setting them in place. This is basically glue for your brows. It's everything. I'm going to use the Anastasia Shadow Couture palette. The first thing I'm going to do is just set, I've got a bit of Pro Longwear on my eyes, so I'm going to grab Soft Peach just to set that. Just dust that all over. Now I'm going to grab the shade Morocco. So I'm going to run that the outer V and then buff it into the front of the eye as well. So she's got that kind of silver eye and the brown lip. Oh my god, I haven't even liked it. Double tap. Sorry, JACLYN. So we're going to put a bit of Fudge, which is the darker brown. It's slightly more neutral, but it does have warmth in it as well. We're going to place that on the outer corners just to deepen it up. We're just putting that brown colour on the outer corners, buffing it in a little bit because it is kind of like a smokier look. Blending that out with a bit more of Morocco. Now I'm going to grab Noir, which is the matte black. I'm going to leave the actual lid blank, lid area. I'm going to blend out the black with a bit of Morocco, sort of elongate the eye. So I'm pretty happy with how that's sort of sitting on the lid. So now I'm going to grab my main lid color, which is going to be again from the same palette, and it's Chic, which is a silver, so it's something different. Going to that palette, grab the shadow, and then I'm going to amplify it, make it a bit more metallic with my Fix Plus. Always do this, it's just how I live my life. Ooh, what is that? Oh, how did I get black on my... So when I get closer to the darker shadow on the outer corners, I don't tap as, like I don't push onto the eye as much, so that it kind of like blends into it before we actually blend it out. I'm just going to blend those two together, just so that there isn't a harsh line that separates them. So for eyeliner, I'm going to be using the Kat Von D Lock Tattoo eyeliner in Trooper, which is the black color. There's no way I can talk through this. There's just no way. I stuffed up. I'm done. So I'm back. My camera needed to cool down anyway, so I decided to finish the liner off camera and then also place some lashes. For lashes, I used the Lily lashes in the style Mykonos, which are really full-on glamorous lashes. So for the lower lash line, what I'm going to use is the same palette that we were using before, the Shadow Couture by Anastasia Beverly Hills. I'm just blowing out that eyeshadow look with those two warm colors. I'm going to grab Fudge and just take that right up close to my lower lash line so that it's way more defined. Grabbing Noir, which is the matte black shadow, I'm going to take that again just right up onto the lower lash line. Yes, okay, so JACLYN did have black eyeliner inside the waterline. I need a brush and they're all dirty. I'm gonna put on some bottom lash mascara using Too Faced Better Than Sex. Literally the only thing I use for my lashes. Sometimes I like when they're a little bit dried out. Is that weird? Does anyone else do that? How funny is this wig? I just feel so weird with this on, but it would not be a JACLYN Hill makeup tutorial without the red hair and the hoops. I feel like she always wears hoops. Does she wear hoops or am I just making that up? Somebody just got here. Please don't get here. Thank you. Goodbye. Imagine I got delivery now. Imagine. I'm going to set the under eye. Well, not set. I'm going to brighten the under eye area with Emphasize and Soft Focus. Then I'm going to bronze the skin using Give Me Sun. Oh my god, this hair. Move. So I'm going to grab my damp beauty blender from before and put more of that Laura Mercier powder on it. And then I'm just going to bake under there, I guess. Never do this. Rarely do this. What am I using? Of course it's MAC. Gingerly by MAC, which is basically finished, but it's a really nice gingery bronzer. It's like dark and matches the whole red hair thing. So then I'm going to spritz my face with Fix Plus. And then I'm going to get my Sigma tapered highlighter, like always, and douse it in champagne pop. Just wait for my face to dry a bit. to make my cheeks like really youthful. And then just go to town. I normally wouldn't highlight here, but JACLYN does. I'm oily, so I don't really need to, but you know, everywhere. So I am very glowy right now. Oh my god. What has happened? So now that the face is done, I'm going to use Dolce K on the lips today, which is a cool tone, neutralish brown by Kylie Cosmetics. So first I'm going to line the lips. And then I'll just be filling them in with Dolce K liquid lipstick. Do I need more highlight, guys? I feel like I do. So that is all for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it and I hope you had fun watching me recreate this JACLYN Hill inspired glam. And if you did, don't forget to give me a thumbs up, like, whatever. I just said that. Oh my god, I'm repeating myself. And please remember to subscribe. And yeah, I'll see you next time.